Hello and welcome to Questions for Damir, where I will take your questions and answer them as good as I can. And one thing I want to make different here, I want to read all the questions, but I haven't seen them first. So I will answer them, and I haven't seen them right before now. So I will just open the page now, and I saw I have 21 comments. So if that are actually 21 questions, I will have to make it a bit quick so the video won't go too long, but it will see depending on how long I will need to take the questions. So the first question is from Jeremy Collins, and he asks, what was your first Android device? My first Android device was the HTC Desire, which is pretty much the same as the Nexus 1. Back then it was a really great device, and yeah, one of HTC better job, at least for the time then. Let's get to the next question. Joy Ramick asks, why did you start with YouTube? So actually I never planned to start with YouTube. I like to write, and I saw a lot of people on XDA. I could help them with my answers, and I started to think, why not write a bit? And I think I did one or two pieces before, like kernel comparison and so on. And then I saw the Droid Effect opening. They were searching for writers. I got accepted, I think 2 or 3 pieces, and then they offered me a place as a writer for their blog. And I think a half a year or so, I never actually planned it, but I saw Brian wanted to start YouTubing, and of course Armando already did, and he just threw it in the room, and I thought, I actually don't want to do this because I'm just not comfortable in front of the camera. But after a while I just saw maybe it could be fun and just try it, and the first videos were very hard, but then I saw the potential, and I've always thought to be a person who is very critical, and I always wanted to do in some kind of way reviews, like I sometimes on Amazon on the German side, because I never planned to do reviews to actually talk about stuff, but mostly to get a chance to somehow maybe in some way improve the device. Of course, that is something only possible if you are very big into the game and people already listen to you, but at least that gives me some kind of way to change that. So that was pretty much the reason I wanted, because I like to criticize on things, and that was my possible solution. So the next thing from Davor Bertovic, how was acting in Terminator? I just had to, smiley face. Yeah, that's the thing. And actually, yes, I know everyone thinks I sound like the Terminator, but honestly, I never saw Terminator 1 ever. I saw parts of it a little bit, but I never saw the actual whole movie. I like 2, 3, and 4, but no, not the Terminator. The next one, did you make it to the chopper? I don't know, it depends on what getting to the chopper means, so sorry, no. I don't guess so. James Bergen asks if I'm German. Okay, quick explanation for that. I was born in Germany, and for most Americans, I think that would be the enough reason to be called German. But actually, that's not the thing here, because both my parents are Croatian, and even though I don't have any really tight roots to Croatia anymore, I speak it not so well, but good enough to understand it with my parents and so on. But I personally see myself, of course, legally, if you see it legally, I am Slovenian, because back then, before the war, my parents were having a house in Slovenia, and due to the wartime and so, they changed their nationality to Slovenian. But even though I'm not a big Croatian myself, I see myself as Croatian and not as German. That's maybe odd for some people to understand, but here in Germany it is like that. It is from where your roots are. It's not where if you're born here. I know a lot of people that are born here in Germany but see themselves as from that they are coming. So no, I don't. I am very German in terms of all my mentality and so on, but I wouldn't call myself German. The next thing, best childhood memories from Noah Giannuzzi. Actually, yeah, I don't have a good memory, but the first thing that comes in my mind is, I think I was like 6 or 7 when I got to my parents, and not my parents, my grandparents in Slovenia. They had a small barn there, and I got my first kitten. It was barely over the stage where it wasn't blind anymore, and it was so kind of helpless because her mother was on and off on our barn or our farm for about 20 years, and she had a lot of kittens there on and off. She took them with them and so on, and I had it for like 4 or 5 weeks when I was on vacation there, and this kitten was so cute. And yeah, sounds maybe a bit, yeah, but I really liked that kitten. It was because it was my first, and it was so sweet. Okay, next thing from Adarsh Paramesvaran, and I'm sorry if I butcher any of the names. So, if you can get a stock Android phone apart from the Nexus 6, what would you get? So, if you mean any device with stock Android, yeah, definitely the Sony Xperia Z3, nothing else. I'm in love with that phone. The next thing, yeah, the answer is from Noah Gianmuzzi. Easy Z3. Check his post. Such a Sony fanboy. Yeah, if you see it like this, okay. The next thing would be stock Android. So I guess he means it the other way, but no, I don't want the Nexus 6. It's just too big, and I don't like Nexus 5 so much. So I'm not really sure what to say here anymore. So I thought you were asking if he could have stock Android on any phone. But yeah, that's what I meant. No, he says, yes, but I was looking for something that runs AOSP out of the box. Yeah, so AOSP out of the box are only this Android, the Google Nexus devices. So not sure what to answer here. Sorry. But yeah, I asked, please only post questions here because, yeah, egal. Okay, curiosity, what do you do for a living? Oh, these are many questions. Oh, this will be hard. What do I do for a living? I work at a company that makes steerings for trucks and cars and so on. I'm at the assembly line, so nothing really special, but yeah, that's what I do for a living in quick. Which country do you have visited and which ones do you plan to visit in the future? Yeah, I actually haven't traveled a lot. I saw Austria, I saw, of course, Germany, I saw Slovenia, I saw Croatia. Yeah, that's actually pretty much it. Haven't seen a lot of, and I'm not really. I would like to travel, but I'm just not the traveling person. Sorry. Okay, the next thing. Describe a day in your life if you had endless money. Not possible. No, sorry, I don't know. I just can't. No. I have no clue what I would have do. What I would do. So the next thing, what do you love most about Germany and the least? Oh, that's very hard. What I like the most, it's a pretty stable country. What I don't like so much, maybe, I don't know, the people aren't as really open-hearted. If you see other countries, people seem so open, but Germany is very uptight. So that's maybe one thing. Favorite movies? Okay, just three quick out of my head because these are my all-time favorites: Memento, Fight Club, and maybe The Jacket, and The Matrix 1. So these are just the few ones that came into my favorite bands. Definitely for sure, Fita to the Sharks. That's my number one band. Then For All Eternity is great. Insomnium. So these are the most favorite ones. What do you watch on TV? Yeah, and I could make a whole video just for that. I watch so much, but right now, it's too much. I watch a lot of TV shows. Okay, due to YouTube, I canceled a lot of them since I just didn't have the time. But Vampire, I still like Vampire Diaries. It's more for maybe younger persons, but I like that. All the Sons of Anarchy was great. It's close to the finish. That's great. And I watch pretty much all the big ones. Yeah. What dishes do you like? I like pizza, of course. I like pasta and so on. Yeah, can't really get too specific because I think this video, let me quickly check. It's already at 9 minutes, so I have to be quick. Next thing, Dream Woman. Oh. There are so many great ones. Hard to think of right now. I'll have to skip that. Just that was totally off guard. Dream Car. Oh, same thing. I like one car I would never buy, of course, but the Pagani Zonda Air R. That's a killer car. Absolutely killer car. Okay, tech related. Tell about your Franzen phone. This would also take a lot too much time. I think maybe I will do it later, but just real quick, I would say Snapdragon 805, 1080p, 3 gigabytes of RAM, similar build to maybe something like the Xperia Z3, front-facing speakers, but a little bit better ones. Yeah, like I said, that would take up too long. Okay, what would you give up first? Desktop, laptop, or tablet or phone? Uh, First, I would say definitely tablet because I need my desktop for all yeah, to the basic stuff. I need a laptop for editing these videos because I could do it on a desktop, but I prefer just on a phone. No, no way. Okay, the next thing. This year is arriving to an end. Best, yeah, that's pretty easy. The best phone, Xperia Z3, and the best tablet, iPad R2. Yep. What do you wish for 25 regarding tech? I wish for amazing displays. I wish for better sound, but I wish for even better lag-freer experience and definitely a responsive experience. But otherwise, in terms of features, I'm fine. Okay, next thing. That's where. Okay, that's no question. Great question. Okay, the next thing. From Ludwig B. What will be the ROMs to keep an eye out now that Mardi is discontinued? Mardi isn't discontinued because Mardi lives on with Euphoria ROM. Yeah. So as soon as that will hit a bit of a mature status, I will update that. And that's definitely one thing to look out. Then I'm sure Carbon ROM will come out. CyanogenMod is good for a stable ROM as a big base. So that's pretty much the one to look out for, I would say. Okay, yeah, they're the unicorns. Okay. Okay. For sure, they're the unicorns. The massive overkill and features ROM. The next frame from Ludwig B. Okay, that's also no questions. Not directly tech related. Your favorite movie? I already answered that before. I'm interested in what he has to say to, but just what I heard. Whether it's smart or not. Okay, also no question. From Destiny Carico, which is better, quad-core 2.5 GHz, Crate 400 or 8-core? Yeah, that's no question. I guess since the Crate core is the Qualcomm, definitely Qualcomm because Qualcomm just makes the best chips. Yeah, I think those other two maybe are, I guess, Exynos processors, and yeah, I don't like Exynos. The last one from Kieran Zurat. Hypothetically, which phones are you waiting for? The M9 or the OnePlus 2? I'm totally not waiting for the M9 because I don't know, since I was so disappointed by my HTC One X. HTC must do something big to convince me again, and they're all aluminum chassis, don't compel me at all. I don't like them. They are slippery. They are way too big for display size. M9 not close. OnePlus 2 definitely, from a little bit of insight I got, that could be the great phone. Z4 was on my radar, but from today's newest leaks, it will have an 805 with a QHD display. And if you saw some of my reviews with those components, I think the battery will suffer. Maybe they can get it to work smooth, but yeah. Z4 would be the one, and the OnePlus 2 definitely. Otherwise, Samsung, no. HTC, no. LG, no. Nexus, yeah, I'm pretty much done with Nexus, I think, because they screwed up way too much this year to sacrifice a few other things. So I answered all the questions. It took me about 14 minutes. Okay, that's not even that bad. If you have anything further to say, leave it in the comments. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Anything else to say? I'm not really sure. Let me know how you like these questions or these answers. I done it right now, just impromptu. I didn't do anything to prepare myself because I wanted it to be natural, and I thought that happened. So until next time, bye.